I love Gladiator. I think that movie is fantastic, so let's let's do it. Suffice to say, I was hyped when I saw this new Treasure Tuesday. I know that since then we've technically had another one, but for all the non-pro people, the Gladiator stuff is what just came out now. Now, I almost always lose my mind whenever they release like medieval or fancy armor sets, but this one in particular really is outstanding, so much so that I'm about to break my no humans until face customizer rule as well. So, in terms of build videos, we're going to do something a little different here. I'll be making two separate models at the same time, but still separately. Both of them single models, and then when they're both done, we're going to go through the complete hellscape that is reposing both of them. Reposing two fully fleshed models to put them on the same base and have them murder each other. One character will be entirely fresh, a simple gladiator using the new set, and the second character will be more of a monster, a werewolf to be exact, a kind of captured beast for the gladiator to fight. Technically, it will be a remake of one of my ancient models from the Vampire Kingdoms build, the Swamp Wolf, but I don't plan on making a dedicated video for werewolves, and for the gladiator to fight an inhuman beast kind of felt cooler than just a second gladiator, so it's kind of two birds with one stone, you know. Anyway, let's get on with the damn video. Side equipment, musical instruments actually, I'm throwing on here to add a little bit of extra layered detail to the armor and also to balance out this bulky gladiator skirt against a much thinner top. These particular ones have always been popular to enhance hip armor and stuff in Heroforge, but using them specifically like this with this skirt was first done by a member of my Discord community, Mithril, when they were making a Kratos model, so full credit to them for this one. Now, the aesthetic that I'm going for with this wolf is kind of that of a tattered exile wearing a bunch of tribal rags. That's why we're using the wraps around the legs and the arms, and that's why we will be slapping on extra cloth decoration both on his sides as well as with extra arms, effectively just so that we have these kind of stray cloth wraps hanging from everywhere. On top of that, we're also going to clip the feather daggers into him to spice up his shoulder pad, and finally throw in a nod to the old Swamp Walker model by giving him a nice glowing nature amulet on the chest, and this here is the power of 4 extra arms clipped into a torso. I want the coloring of these two models to be very starkly contrasted. Like, on one hand, the gladiator is supposed to look flashy. I mean, he has golden trim and bright-eyed cloth and all this stuff just to make him pop. And I mean, his armor is impractical and literally just made to look cool, right? Like, that's a gladiator. But on the contrary, the wolf is dressed for camouflage and with tribal trinkets, meant to blend in with his very swampy surroundings, you know. So the colors will be, by comparison, very dark and muted. As you can see, it's time for some finishing touches on this gladiator. So first we're slicing off one of the extra arms to give him some bloodied wraps on his shield arm, and then we'll be using the rest to put some nice added trophy jewelry to his chest piece, probably another cloth for good measure because I can't resist, and then the last arm I might just use to clip an extra glove into his hand and give him some more wraps, you know, more detail, okay? Now, as you can probably see, reposing at this stage of a model is a complete nightmare because of all the extra arms and tails and decals that have to be specifically realigned for every single new pose, but I will say it would be a lot worse if I was doing this with a double model. Anyhow, as for the posing itself, I'm doing 3 separate slides. The initial individual poses is just the characters themselves, but then we'll have the first engagement of the wolf attacking the gladiator, then the gladiator counter-attacking, and then the third and final repose shot, which will be the outcome of the fight itself, no spoilers. All in all, I am very happy with how these turned out. I mean, reposing these models for different screenshots really kind of took me back to when I used to make those Reddit short stories, which I will be going back to soon after Face Customizer, but granted, I mean, back when I used to make those, my models weren't half as advanced, nor do they have decal kit bashing on them, so it was a lot easier back then than it is now. Anyhow, you will be seeing the finished set of booth screenshots now. If you liked this video, then please press like. If you didn't, then by all means press dislike, and let me know in the comments if this was a format you enjoyed or if you hated it, as well as what you'd like to see next time. And yes, bug people are still coming.